This is the mental health check-in with your friend Hugo Quintanilla here, your realtor Hugo online. Today, we're actually going to be talking about something a little bit more on the technical side than our usual topics, which are a little bit more, emotional, mental, spiritual, physical, that type of stuff. So today, if you weren't aware, there was a major um, update kerfuffle in the software world, in the IT world in particular, that caused a major break in a lot of legacy systems, akin to what Y2K should have been about 24 years ago. So, very interesting series of events. Luckily, the outage and the disruption that all of this has caused will be something that will, undoubtedly cause some sort of improvement. We will probably not know the implications of all of this for years to come. But really, this is unprecedented, the amount of outages that have been caused and people that have been affected globally because of this outage of a basically glitch in software. It was a update that went out that unfortunately was not programmed correctly, and it broke a lot of legacy systems, and that in itself caused a domino effect. So unfortunately, this can all be fixed. Fortunately, this can all be fixed. Unfortunately, it has to be fixed manually, with systems being rebooted and restarted the old fashioned way, or rolled back the old fashioned way. So, this could take time. It could take months, maybe even years, to get to a point where some of these systems come back online fully and completely. But hopefully, everything will get more or less figured out within the next few days or weeks at the most. But again, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to talk to you something about more along the lines of what you can control. Again, this was luckily a software update that didn't really translate into a hack or a security breach at this point. Knock on wood, because anything that can really spread to that many computers all at once is something to take note of. But that being said, I want to talk to you guys today about cybersecurity and how you can improve your cybersecurity. So, number one, use strong passwords. Create complex passwords that are difficult to guess. Include a mix of letters, numbers, and special characters. Consider using a passphrase that combines several unrelated words, just in case you're having problems coming up with a good password. Number two, enable two-factor authentication. It's also known as 2FA. Always use 2FA when available. It adds an extra layer of security by requiring not only a password and username, but also something that only the user has on them, like a physical token or a smartphone app that approves authentication requests. You can also use an authentication app like Google Authenticator to also get a token that will let you go into the account. I used to have a fob, a physical fob that would change with a different passcode every time I would log into this service. So there are tons of ways of doing this, but more than anything, it is something that is physical to the person outside of all the other credentials that they might supply digitally. Number three, keep your software updated. Regularly update all software, including your operating system, applications, and firmware on devices. These updates often include patches for security vulnerabilities that have been discovered. As we started off this show, though, this was all caused because of an update. Now, how do you know if there's a bad update? You don't. So, what you can do are best practices. Undoubtedly, with computers and technology, things will break. So, what we're going to talk about later on is also best practices on what you can do to prevent loss in case there is a major malfunction in the system or hardware or software, even. Number four, beware of phishing scams. Be cautious with emails, links, and attachments from unknown sources. Phishing attacks rely on deception to gain access to your personal data. Always verify the authenticity of requests for personal information by contacting the company directly. Number 5, use secure networks. Avoid using public Wi-Fi networks for sensitive transactions. If you must use a public network, use a virtual private network, a VPN, to secure your internet connection. Number 6, secure your mobile devices. Implement security measures on your mobile devices just as you would on your computer. Use passcodes, touch IDs, or face ID lock features and encrypted data when possible. Some people feel a little bit squeamish about using biometrics to get into their phones or get into accounts, but really at this stage of the game, it is the best of the best that you could do. There aren't too many more ways to improve it at this point. So, unless there's something better that comes out on phones, I'll let you know. But at this point, the biometrics are by far the most secure way to maybe lock up your phone or your data in general. Number 7, regular backups. Again, talking about a possible loss. What can we do? We can back things up regularly so we are never in jeopardy of losing anything. Regularly back up important data and store it securely. Preferably keep a copy of the backup in a different location or use a secure cloud storage service. The irony of that. But I've always was taught to triplicate everything, and it's for the best or the worst. It really has saved me. It has cost me a lot, but it has saved me tons of times. And what you do in triplicate is that you have your main copy, your working copy, you have a copy that's outside of the main copy, and then you also have another copy of that copy that is in a separate location from both of the other copies. That way you have a physical copy that you can just use, and if anything happens, you have this immediate thing. If anything happens to that copy, you have another copy somewhere else of that, so that you can back everything up just in case you need to. That has been a life-saving practice. So something to think about. Number 8, use antivirus software. Install and maintain antivirus software to protect against malware attacks and ensure that the antivirus software is up to date and runs regularly. Now, some antivirus can get a little annoying, so make sure that you look at the reviews and make sure that you know what you're signing up for. Number 9, limit personal information sharing online. Be mindful of the personal information that you share on social media and other online platforms. The more you share, the easier it is for cybercriminals to use this information for malicious purposes. So, it's a dangerous world out there, and unfortunately having a public profile can really cause some problems. So be aware of that. Be aware of the people that you may not know might be looking at your profile, and if you feel uncomfortable about that, maybe think about making your profile private. Number 10, educate yourself and others. Stay informed about the latest cybersecurity threats and practices. Educate your friends, family, and colleagues about the importance of cybersecurity and how they can protect themselves. It's not rocket science. If you take care of yourself and everyone takes care of themselves, we never have an issue. But all it takes is one bozo to open up a link, and that's it. The whole network is compromised and everybody's in jeopardy. And then everybody has got to get a new password, and now we're on the cloud using Google Google workstations. Good Lord. I never thought I would see the day. If you're just joining us, we were talking about improving your cybersecurity and what tactics you can use. Securing your digital world. 10 essential cybersecurity tips is the title for today. To recap, number 1, use strong passwords. Number 2, enable two-factor authentication, 2FA. Number 3, keep your software updated. Number 4, beware of phishing scams. Number 5, use secure networks. Number 6, secure your mobile devices. Number 7, regular backups. Number 8, use antivirus software. And number 9, limit personal information sharing online. Number 10, educate yourself and others. And be careful, because this is a changing topic. And man, as fast as AI is moving, I'm pretty sure that's going to be the next frontier of cybersecurity. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, I am nothing but a realtor, but this was the mental health check in. So, I hope that you all are hanging out there and not. Getting too down about all this stuff, and I hope it didn't impact you too much. I was slightly impacted, but luckily not as major as some of these hospitals or these banks or these airports. Goodness gracious. Again, ladies and gentlemen, wishing you all a happy weekend. I will see you all tomorrow for another couple of lives, and we will talk again soon. Get some rest, have a good night, and I will talk to you tomorrow. All right, take care.